As I walk through here in New Orleans, the journey of many great human beings have come to settle here in this peaceful space of land, which has been designated as the General Lafayette, the French soldier who served in North America from Canada all the way down here, and then from here all the way up to Canada, who fought for the nation of France to establish what we call a colony, or of their ideas here on this land. As I walk through this very peaceful yet ancient tombs and resting places of great human beings, and every human being that has left us are great, as they're in total silence, they're total peaceful resting place. We are in our journey, we call it's a reality of life. We've got a true realization with our life from day one. We all know the real known factors of our date of arriving here on this transient world. We all know that when we came here, we had no idea as to how far, how long, and how much we would physically, emotionally, and materially, selfishly, greedily, and self-centeredly behave and make our world a different, unrealistic world. And everything we do is called the 3 stages of our transient life. That transient life is very much fragile on this earth, which is physical. That physical transient is what we need to remind ourselves, what we need to be mindful of our actions, what we need to be mindful of our conduct, what we need to be mindful of our behavior towards one another, behavior towards nature, behavior towards everything real. We got to be mindful how we protect and how we safeguard our reality of where we are, our reality of our conduct with who we are, and make ourselves be intelligent to the most known elements of the given set of values and our relationship to the natural world. As we journey through this natural world, one thing is for real. One thing is for certain. Yet, we truly do not know our date of expiry, our date of cease from our physical body. Our physical body will continue to carry on in its way that it's meant to remain, as to how long it remain on this earth. That transient life that we live, we just have to be very collectively be mindful of our very actions that we conduct here on this physical earth, as all things that is real has a reason and has a meaning and has a ending. All the things that are unknown to us, that in terms of illusions of our minds, illusions and fear that has been caused by our society, our way of life, the way we are behaving, the way we conduct ourselves, is all related to our physical and our current set of values, are most importantly being questioned by ourselves with our behavior. One must remind themselves that anything that we carry with us, which is a physical and which is temporary, would cease with our transient life. All things that are real has a meaningful end. That meaningful end is resting here in a very peaceful way. That meaningful life that we physically live here has come to an exact and intelligent resting as we disease our physical body, and it comes to rest here. And that resting place is the ultimate intelligence that as a human being can have on this earth. Everything that we carry out, everything we do, every way we behave, every way we conduct is transient and is temporary. What is so important, as you know, the cemetery is named after the French General Lafayette, who managed to, over the years, during his journeys across this North American region, from Canada to United States, he conquered, he managed to, and he fought with his men, which was temporary. That power that they temporarily held was not sustainable, not real. What is real is their death. What is real was their last breath or the last sigh. So people, as I journey through this very special space of land here in Louisiana, the southern portion of New Orleans, a land which has been dedicated for the people who served in many different ways, have been left to rest here at Lafayette Cemetery in New Orleans. I am always able to take moments with me, especially when I walk through cemeteries that list numerous amount of people's names here. Yet, when they're physically no longer with us here on this earth, there's no one to even look after them. There's no one to even see their resting place. You're no longer important. Once you have physically left this earth, people, everything you did, everything you do, everything you have, everything you accumulated will no longer serve you for any purpose of life, because your physical body is no longer here. So why are we terminating our earth's existence by carrying out a very unnecessary behavior with our nature, with ourselves, and with one another, and particularly the conduct that we carry out is not real. The behavior that we have developed with monetary means, with self-centered, regarded, greedy aspirations of material lifestyles are all very temporary, and they are not able to sustain your life and maintain your life even when you reach your old age. Your human body is fragile. Your human body and your human mind is so fragile and so weak. It is unable to sustain the intelligence going forward. As we go older, we lose all opportunities to what we have accumulated through our years of knowledge, years of experience, years of travels, years of accumulation, years of greed, years of power, years of everything you name it that comes to your mind. It will not save or serve you after death, or your death will not be averted by accumulating all things that are transient and temporary. What is so real is our conduct and is our behavior. What is so real is the 3 stages of life. What is so real is our physical body. What is so real is the stages, your samsara, the cycle of your life. What is so real is your birth, is your life, and is your death. What is so unreal is your God, is your beliefs of religious entities of the world that confuse and frustrates your mind, that confuse and put you in a disarray in your mind. What is so transient of our life, we need to evaluate, we need to value it, we need to be so realistic in everything we do. And I have spoken for 15 minutes walking through this cemetery. Yes, the names may be important. Yes, these human beings are as important and as value to us all, so as every human being and every life on this earth. We have to regard and respect all living beings whilst they are here in transient life. And only then we can arrive at a conclusion that we have served our time honestly, respectfully, and with pure as we can possibly be with our nature and with one another. Thank you, folk, for listening. Thank you, folk, for coming on this very poignant journey with me at this one of the most touching cemeteries here, dedicated for the fallen.